Hi, my name's Melanie Cheng and I'm a novelist and short story writer based in Melbourne. I'm absolutely thrilled to be longlisted for this year's 2025 Stella Prize. I just love this prize. I love what it represents. I love what it's done to change the landscape of Australian publishing for women writers. It's brought us wonderful writers like Claire Wright and Charlotte Wood and Alexis Wright. I myself grew up in Hong Kong, and I remember reading My Brilliant Career, and while the setting was so unfamiliar to me and the era as well was so foreign, I just really related to Sibylla, the main protagonist in that story. And I think it was the first book I ever read that had a young woman who wanted to be a writer in it. And I think perhaps that was when and where the seed was sown. So it's a great honor. The book I've been longlisted for is called The Burrow. It follows the story of the Lee family, which is, a family ravaged by grief following an impossible tragedy 4 years prior. It comprises Amy, the mother, who's a writer herself, Jin, the father, who's an emergency physician, and their 10-year-old daughter, Lucy. And so at the behest of Lucy, the family take in this small, fluffy mini lop rabbit as a pet. And soon after this, they're paid an unexpected visit by Pauline, Lucy's somewhat estranged grandmother. And it's these two events that really force this family, who have been stuck for so long, to finally come to terms with and confront the circumstances around that tragedy. This book came to me after a period of creative drought, during which I would kind of resign myself to never writing again. And so when the green shoots of the idea for The Burrow finally arrived, I was really surprised and delighted. And I didn't take my creativity for granted anymore. And I decided that with this book, I would, take some risks and write towards my greatest fear, which for me was the loss of a child. While on the eve of publication, I was a little bit nervous about how this book would be received, partly because of the pandemic setting, but also because of the dark subject matter. I've just been blown away with how readers have responded to this book. They've just really seen the hopefulness of the story, which was really the key for me, because this is a book about healing and hope and love, and that readers have really found that and found it to be restorative and life-affirming has really meant the world. And so I hope that this long listing means that new readers will encounter The Burrow and the Lee family, and that they will also find some sense of hopefulness and healing as well.